Very good Wednesday morning to everyone out there. Happy hump day to all. Landon here in the driver's seat with you to bring you your weather and not forecast courtesy of On Target. Got a cold front sinking down south of the region early this morning. It is weak in nature. It is also moisture deprived. Might have a little bit of cloud cover that you can see trying to catch up here across the Ohio Valley, stretching from central and northern Missouri over into Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Those clouds are going to be scurrying down to the south and east. I don't think we're going to get too much cloud debris off of that. We could have some high-level clouds streaming in here to deal with, along with loads of sunshine and unseasonably warm temperatures yet again throughout today. Kicking things off, overlooking our WPBM camera, overlooking the state dock over Barren River Lake. Got the stars scattered there in the background in the sky. Lights lit up there on the state dock early this morning, showcasing those clear skies. Morgantown Sky Cam showing the morning commute starting to get started. Right here overlooking the Morgantown Square. Going to be a chilly start for us, but it's going to be another beautiful day. And again, folks, this afternoon, you're going to want the short and t-shirts on, all right? So you're going to want the jacket on this morning. Got a little bit of a chill in the air, if you will. No surprise there, but taking a look at those current temperatures, we are located anywhere between the upper 40s and lower 50s across the board. Coldest spots over in the flats of Woodbury, right off of 403. Sitting at 47 degrees up here in Butler County early on this Wednesday. So let's get a look at things at the short term and then the long term as well, because we got a lot to talk about with the opportunity of strong storms arriving as we work throughout this weekend. First and foremost, getting a look here over the short-term model guidance, we have got the cloud debris that's going to be lingering out there. You can see some of the spotty clouds showing up here by mid-morning on. Then we're going to work into this afternoon, and you can kind of see that clip where the clouds are working along with the direction of where that little wave of energy and cold front is tracking down to our south and east. Again, I anticipate sunshine to dominate the vast majority of the sky, but we might have some cloud cover here and there to deal with. On the temperature front, going to stay well above average. For this time of year, we roll into the afternoon. We're going to be right around the 80-degree mark. That's what the official high in Bowling Green was yesterday as well. Clear skies tonight. I'll see lows tank back down anywhere between the upper 40s to lower 50s. Then we're right back up to around the mid and upper 70s throughout our Thursday. I think we'll have a little bit more of a northerly wind component to deal with behind the passing of that moisture depleted front, all right? Now we're going to shift gears and we are going to look at the longer term as we get into this weekend. This is how the surface setup is going to appear as we get into the latter part of our Saturday afternoon and continuing all the way through the very early morning hours of our Sunday. This cold front is going to be bringing a typical fall weather setup in terms of storm chances, where we have these cold fronts that'll blast through here. Excuse me. That'll be more typical, the nocturnal variety. Moving through after sunset, it would appear on Saturday evening. Now, what occurs whenever we have these fall severe weather events, potential severe weather events that come through, you'll see right here, what we have got marked is a high shear, low cape environment. This is what we see typically with the second severe season that arrives here whenever we're transitioning from the fall on into the winter season. Shear is the change of wind direction and speed the higher you go up within the atmosphere. We're going to have loads and loads of shear available, but CAPE, that is jet fuel for storms, the CAPE, the storm energy, is not going to be nearly as much available. So typically with these setups, what we'll see is loads of gusty winds, potentially damaging winds, can even bring a spin-up tornado, for instance, if the conditions are right. But we're very low on the totem pole and concerns of, for instance, hail or lightning. There's just not much of it without the convective available potential energy CAPE that's available within our environment. That kind of takes that away, which can kind of be tricky because you get a nighttime storm that comes through. There's hardly any lightning and thunder. You'll just hear those winds that'll come out of nowhere, but these can definitely still pack a punch, all right? We're getting a look here at the CAPE, that storm energy that we're talking about, and watch as we progress throughout our Saturday, we get into our Saturday evening on into our Sunday morning, and the highest available potential energy, the storm energy, is going to remain mitigated here over western Tennessee and Kentucky down into the Arklatex region as well, okay? So that is good news for us because you can see as the line moves through here, our convective available potential energy, those values remain somewhat low in nature for this time of year, right? So we can jump over here and we can get a look and we can get a gander at things in terms of what we are anticipating. And the latest from the Storm Prediction Center has got a far western tier outline across far western Kentucky for severe weather potential. We'll be keeping eyes on this to see if it reaches us, but the line appears to be in a weakening state as it arrives here from the west. Again, that is good news for us, but we're going to have to keep close eyes on it to see how it evolves. Copious amounts of rain anticipated with this weather maker. Highest rain chances will be late Saturday afternoon all the way through the Sunday morning time frame. 1 to 2 inches of total rainfall cannot be ruled out. Folks, cross the fingers, cross the toes. We need some rainfall with the drought conditions we are continuing to deal with. Quick glance out into the Atlantic. Still don't have any tropical waves to worry about. We do have Tropical Storm Lorenzo that's going to stay well off of the mainland and continue in a northeastward direction. So no threat to the mainland U.S. At all. So we don't have to worry about that. Here's a full 6-day weather forecast breakdown for you. Loads of sunshine today. A little bit of filtered cloud cover moving through with that passing weak front. Highs will hold right around the 80-degree mark. Thursday will be similar, a few degrees cooler. Then clouds will be on the increase on Friday ahead of our next weather maker. Folks, as we get into Friday night and Saturday morning, southwesterly winds 20 to 30 plus miles an hour is going to be bringing all that moisture up out of the Gulf, and then that is going to explode in widespread shower and storm chances. It'll steadily pick up Saturday afternoon, but in particular Saturday night on into our Sunday. And folks, look at the fall temperatures that follow that passing front. We're going to be up between the low and mid 80s Saturday before that front moves through here. Mid and upper 60s for the vast majority of us Sunday on into Monday to start out the new work week, despite 70s being shown right there on our icons. I think our cold air advection behind that front will be a little bit stronger. Going to be quite a bit cooler. We'll also be looking at the potential for overnight lows into the 30s as we move throughout that point in time as well. Friends, that'll wrap up your Wednesday morning hump day edition of your Weather or Not forecast, brought to you by On Target.